عن المقاومة.
في الحقيقة أنني المتحدث في موقع.
I have stated clearly that in the course of my work as a weapons inspector, I was involved in liaison activity with a number of governments, to include the United States and Israel, and that the nature of this relationship was of an intelligence, in terms of intelligence work. But it was intelligence work that was fully authorized by my chain of command. That chain of command was within the United Nations. I never initiated anything that wasn't approved by the executive chairman and wasn't in total conformity with our disarmament mandate put forward by the Security Council. We have somebody who has a unique insight to the situation, that is myself, and we have formed a production film team, and indeed a news gathering film team, to come to Iraq for the purpose of legitimate journalism. Now, the United States government has let it be known that they do not necessarily agree with how I have characterized this team. And before our departure, there were efforts to, I frankly say, intimidate us not to come to Iraq. We received a very interesting letter from the Office of Foreign Assets Control from the Department of Treasury telling us that we could be subjected to imprisonment up to 12 years, fines of over $1 million, and other civil penalties if we came to Iraq. And frankly speaking, as a nation who has an inherently contradictory policy towards Iraq, on the one hand saying Iraq should be disarmed, meaning sanctions would be lifted, but on the other hand saying sanctions will never be lifted until the president of Iraq is removed from power. The U.S. needs to get its act together. The U.S. needs to articulate a policy that is in conformity with international law, a policy that allows for this issue to be moved forward, a policy that has a chance of success. This documentary is about gathering facts. This documentary is about telling the truth. If that is indeed the case, that Iraq has no weapons of mass destruction, that's what this documentary will reflect. And I believe if we do this documentary objectively and with a high enough quality, that that case will be clearly made to the American people, and they can hold their elected representatives accountable, and that might stop an otherwise irresponsible conflict from occurring.
وهو يريد كلوزات.